Hello and welcome to another Red9 demo. We're going to do a really quick demo of a new feature that's gone into our transfer stack or our deformation transfer code. There's a previous demo which basically goes through the nuts and bolts of this thing, but I want to show you a really important update which we think is a bit of a game changer. So we've got a low res mesh and this is blend shape driven only. Okay, and so what I want to do is I want to transfer that data over to this higher res head. But I want it to be nice and smooth. I don't want it to be, just angular, because we want it to be a realistic transfer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the low res head, which is that one. I'm going to select the blend shape, and then I'm going to select the high res head. Now I picked this particularly because this blend shape has some issues. So we're going to go transfer, and the first thing it says is we have a vert mismatch. What do you want to do? Generally speaking, if there's a different number of verts, generally speaking, a vert transfer, an index-based transfer won't work because we're transferring to verts that are in different places. And it's suggesting, do you want to switch to coordinate base, which is this one here. Yes, I do, switch. And then it says about empty indexes. Now, this is something that you may or may not have come across before, but it's actually quite a big deal. So I'm going to cancel that to start, and I'm just going to inspect this blend shape in code. So this is a blend shape that we're trying to transfer, and you'll see we've got our very first blend shape on it is called head turn left. So if we select the head and we go to the blend shape, first one is head turn left. Well, head turn left is actually on index 5, it's not an index 0 where it should be. And that basically means that you've built the blend shape up, but you've deleted targets somewhere along the lines, and we've got these gaps. And the code is merely saying what do you want to do with those gaps. So we'll do this again. We'll go blend shape, transfer onto the upper, transfer, oops, hang on a second, select, transfer. Well, we want to get rid of them. I mean, we could maintain them. If we maintain them, our first blend shape will go at index 5 like it did previously, or we'll compact and get rid of them. I'm going to get rid of them. So that'll do the transfer. Done. Okay, so we've just done 143 blend shapes transferred over, and everything's working beautifully. You can see it's nice and smooth, and the transfer, considering that came from a low res cage, that's pretty damn good, except the obvious issue, which is the mouth. Now this happens all the time with this sort of stuff, and it's quite a common issue. So what I'll do is I'll select the mouth, we'll isolate that, and we'll just show you what's going on. So this is the mouth of this character, and what you see is a really standard problem where here's the lower mouth, and the lower lip is going right the way through the upper lip, and the upper lip is going right the way through the bottom lip. So when we do the transfer, bear in mind its closest point, the mouth is actually picking the wrong sides because it doesn't know what to do, and that's an issue. So luckily we've got a new way of doing that, and this is what we want to show. So if I select the low res mouth, so I've selected these faces here on this, and I'm going to go inspect the mesh, and you see it switches to component level. And in component level, when it does the closest point, it's only then considering these meshes, these points, it's ignoring the rest of the head. Okay, and I'll do the same on the high res. We'll select some verts. This is going to be verts or faces. So I'll select those on there, and I'm going to go transfer. And what it will say is this, component blend shape. So basically we're trying to add components into the new blend shape, and it's saying, when we do this, do you want just these components to be in the blend shape, or do you want to maintain all the data on the rest of the mesh and insert these? Well, we want to maintain. Off it goes. And we're done. And that's the lower mouth fixed. And we'll do the same for the upper mouth. We'll select LOD 3. We'll select the upper mouth section, and we'll do transfer, maintain. And like I say, this is basically teaching it that we can only use that part of the mesh. And there we go, all fixed. Really, really useful, very, very powerful. However, it also works for skinning, and this is the same component base. So here's our skin version of the same character. This is using this one here. So excuse me, this is skin base only. And we've got an eyelash, and we want to transfer the skinning of the eyelash, sorry, the skinning of this head onto the eyelash. So we'll do the same thing. We'll inspect. Oops, wrong one. Inspect. There we go. There's a skin cluster, and we'll push that onto the eyelash. Now then, because it's closest point, it's fairly obvious what's going to happen. So what will happen is that these verts will actually find closest point to the top of the eyebrow. They won't find the blink. So that blink won't affect them. Oh, that's what I suspect. So let's try it. Job done. There we go, exactly as we suspected. They've not found them, and that again is a common problem. It doesn't know what to do. So again, we can teach it. So what we'll do is we will On the source mesh, go into polys. Let's just get soft select off, and we'll go. Oops. Let's go around here. Let's say that'll do. Okay. Inspect. Again, we've gone to component level, and we're transferring the skin cluster. So this skin cluster, when it transfers, will only have the data for that to transfer over from. We'll select the eyelash, component level, transfer, done, and the eyelash now blinks. So again, it's a way of teaching nearest point on surface, closest point on surface, just about a selection of meshes, and using those when we're transferring the data through barocentric coordinates. It's a huge deal for people transferring data, transferring blend shapes, transferring skinning, and this tool just keeps getting more powerful. We've got a whole raft of new features coming up, and we'll do more demos of that. So quick but short, thanks for watching. Go grab it. ProPack is there on subscription on the website. Tons in it. Just go grab. Thanks very much for watching. Goodbye.